The genesis of ambition. In the ancient days following the Great Flood, humanity was once again united. Descendants of Noah, they spoke one language, shared one vision, and lived with a sense of communal purpose. They had survived a cataclysmic event, and in their collective memory, there was a yearning to build something monumental, something that would stand the test of time. They migrated eastward, finding a vast, fertile plain in the land of Shinar. This land, rich and expansive, promised stability and resources, perfect foundation for their ambitions. But beyond mere survival, they sought greatness. The decision was made, a decision that would mark one of the most pivotal moments in human history. They would build a city, and in its center, a tower so tall it would reach the heavens. The Tower of Babel was not just an architectural endeavor. It was a symbol of humanity's collective pride and desire to achieve divine status. The idea was to create a monument that would make a name for themselves, ensuring that they would not be scattered across the earth, but rather remain united in their ambition. Brick by brick, they began to build, forging the tower from the earth's clay and baking them in kilns until they were strong and resilient. This was no ordinary construction. This was a declaration. Each layer of the tower represented their defiance against the natural order, their attempt to transcend the human condition and challenge the very heavens. People believed that by reaching the sky, they would secure their place in history, untouchable and eternal. But this ambition was not merely architectural, it was ideological. The tower was a testament to human unity. A unity not rooted in humility or worship, but in self-exaltation. They believed that together, nothing was impossible. And this belief, this shared vision, became the cornerstone of their identity. They were not just building a tower, they were building a legacy, testament to human potential and ingenuity. But beneath this grand vision lay the seeds of their downfall. Subtle but powerful hubris that would ultimately lead to divine intervention. The ambitious construction, the construction of the Tower of Babel, was more than just a physical act. It was a manifestation of the human spirit's boundless ambition. People of Shinar were driven by an insatiable desire to prove their worth, to demonstrate their capabilities, and to challenge the very limitations of their existence. As the tower grew taller, so did their confidence. They believed that with each additional layer they were one step closer to the divine, one step closer to immortality. This tower was to be the ultimate symbol of their unity, their strength, and their defiance. It was to be the centerpiece of their civilization, a monument that would declare their greatness to all who came after. The tower's construction was an unprecedented feat of engineering and coordination. People of Shinar were not just building with their hands. They were building with their hearts and mind. They devised innovative methods to transport materials to the upper levels, using ramps, pulleys, and scaffolding. The higher the tower rose, the more complex the construction became. But this complexity only fueled their determination. They were not just building a tower, they were building a beacon of human achievement, a structure that would defy the natural order and place them among the gods. As the tower grew, it became a symbol of their collective identity. The people of Shinar were no longer just survivors of the Great Flood. They were builders, creators, and visionaries. They were united by a common goal, and this unity gave them strength. They believed that by working together, they could overcome any obstacle, achieve any goal, and reach any height. The tower was a physical representation of this belief, a testament to their shared ambition and vision. But as the tower grew, so did their pride. They began to see themselves as invincible, as unstoppable. They believed that they were no longer bound by the limitations of the earth. They could reach the heavens and become like gods. This belief, this hubris, was the foundation of their downfall. For as they reached higher, they moved further away from humility, from the recognition of their place in the natural order. They were not just building a tower, they were building a challenge to the divine, challenge that would not go unanswered: divine intervention. As the Tower of Babel reached unprecedented heights, it caught the attention of the divine. In the heavens, God observed the growing ambition and pride of humanity. The tower was not just a physical structure. It was a challenge, an act of defiance against the natural order and the divine will. Humanity, in their unity and ambition, forgotten their place in the cosmos. They had forgotten the humility that had once guided them. Instead, they had embraced pride, believing that they could reach the heavens and stand among the gods. This belief, this hubris, could not be allowed to go unchecked. God saw that if humanity was allowed to continue, there would be no limit to what they could achieve. Their unity, while a source of strength, had become a source of pride and defiance. They believed that nothing was impossible for them, that they could achieve anything they set their minds to. This belief, however, was misguided. It was based on the assumption that they could control their destiny without regard for the divine order, without respect for the balance that had been established since the beginning of time. To restore this balance, God decided to intervene. But rather than destroy the tower or punish the people directly, He chose a different path. God understood that the true strength of humanity lay in their unity, in their ability to communicate and collaborate. By confusing their language, God struck at the very heart of their strength. No longer able to understand each other, the people of Shinar were thrown into chaos. The unity that had allowed them to build the tower was shattered, and with it, their ambition and pride. The confusion of languages was not just a punishment, it was a lesson. It was a reminder that humanity, despite their abilities and ambitions, was still bound by the natural order and the divine will. They were not gods. They were not invincible. The tower, once a symbol of their unity and ambition, became a symbol of their hubris and their fall. It stood unfinished, a reminder of the consequences of defiance and the limits of human ambition. People of Shinar, now unable to communicate or collaborate, scattered across the earth, each group forming their own language, their own culture, and their own destiny. The legacy of Babel. The story of the Tower of Babel does not end with the scattering of people and the abandonment of the tower. Its legacy echoes through the corridors of history, influencing cultures, religions, and languages across the globe. The Tower of Babel serves as a powerful metaphor for the dangers of pride and the consequences of overreaching ambition. It is a story that reminds us of the limits of human power and the importance of humility in the face of divine order. But more than that, it is a story about the origins of diversity, of languages, cultures, and nations. From the ashes of Babel's ambition arose a world rich in diversity, with each group of people developing its own unique identity, language, and way of life. This diversity, while born out of a divine intervention, became one of humanity's greatest strengths. The scattering of people across the earth led to the development of countless civilizations, each contributing to the tapestry of human history. The confusion of languages, once seen as a curse, became a catalyst for cultural richness and exchange. From the plains of Shinar to the farthest corners of the world, humanity spread out, bearing with them the lessons of Babel. They built new cities, forged new paths, and wrote new stories, each one a testament to their resilience and adaptability. Yet, the story of Babel is also a warning. It reminds us that while ambition and unity are powerful forces, they must be tempered with humility and respect for the natural order. The tower was not just a building. It was a symbol of what can happen when humanity forgets its place in the world. The lesson of Babel is timeless, relevant to every generation that seeks to achieve greatness. It teaches us that true greatness is not found in defying the heavens, but in understanding and respecting the limits of our power. Today, the Tower of Babel remains a powerful symbol in religious and cultural discourse. It is a story told in countless variations, each one reflecting the values and beliefs of the people who tell it. In literature, art, and theology, the Tower of Babel continues to inspire reflection on the human condition, the nature of ambition, and the role of divine intervention in shaping our destiny. It challenges us to consider the balance between unity and diversity, ambition and humility, and to remember that even the grandest of human achievements must be grounded in respect for the greater forces that govern our existence.